my name is Heather. Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, I just want to say hello and welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing. I've had some new subscribers lately, so I just want to make sure I say hello to everybody. Today I'm just going to be making some cute little scrappy mini booklet type things, like little tiny, they look like mini journals, but they're basically just using my scraps. I have a scrap bin off to the right, and I'm pulling papers from that and just folding them and putting them together and making kind of like little tiny signatures that are just going to be little booklets. So yeah, so maybe like 4 or 5 pieces of paper in each one. They're just ripped from different projects or just different things that I was working on. I really just wanted to have a play with my scraps, and I didn't really want to think about what I was making or like pull out a whole bunch of stuff for a project. So I just grabbed all my papers and was just gonna make these cute little books. So you can see me here where I'm just taking my scraps and matching them up. I'm creating 2 little booklets in front of you, and then off to the right in the top, I already have 2 done. So then whenever I'm all done kind of gathering the papers that I want to use to make the little signatures, then I am going to use some embroidery floss and bind them together, and then I'm just going to add a few little pretty details to each one, and that's pretty much it. They're super cute, and they would be really sweet for like if you wanted to add to a happy mail or like put together with a grouping of something, and also just like tucking them into like a larger journal. So here I'm just using some embroidery floss to bind them together, bind the pages together. And basically it's just like making a signature for a bigger journal. And I'm just using the same color for each little booklet, but it would be fun to kind of get a little fancier with different colors, or you could even use ribbon as well. I love this printable for that little piece for the front cover kind of the little booklet. So I'm just kind of cutting off a little section of that and using it for that little flap. So then I'm just using that extra piece from that printable to make a little belly band on the inside. So just kind of using up my scraps as much as possible. I love this little bird image here. That is from the Beautiful Birds kit in my shop. And my mom had rusted some straight pins for me. So I'm just using one of those little straight pins and I'm going to attach it to the front of that little booklet. I'm just creating a little tuck spot for one of those prayer cards that I shared in the previous video. So I'm just going to tuck that little prayer card there with a rusty paper clip, and that's going to be the cover of this little booklet. So here I'm just flipping through all of those prayer cards that I made the other day, and I'm going to add one to each of the little booklets. So here I'm just adding a few little details to each booklet. I was getting a little bit frustrated because I was going to try to add too many things to the books, and then I just gave myself a limit, like, okay, I can put 2 or 3 little extra things on the inside, and then that would be enough. So it kind of helps me if I set a number and then I just do that number for each thing. I do that a lot whenever I create, like, I know that in past videos I've talked about, like, when I make tags, I'll tell myself, like, okay, I'm gonna put 3 items or 4 items on this tag. And I kind of do that a lot whenever I create because it helps me when I have too many choices. So I'm just finishing them up with a little bit of twine for each one. I love that that particular one has gold in it too. So yeah, I love how they turned out, and I hope that you guys will maybe feel inspired to go create some out of your scraps, and I will see you next time. Bye.